Hello, beautiful people. Beautiful, good morning. Trying to fix this. Hello from Melbourne. If you are watching me for the very first time and you're new to my world, welcome. For those of you been in my world for a while, welcome back. We have a bit of situation with this thing this morning. There we go. If you're watching me for the very first time this morning, okay, there we go. This is your girl, Prachi. I am lovingly known as the reality shifting queen. And I am coming in for a very impromptu live. As I was sitting, having my coffee, vibing with the universe, vibing with what's happening this morning, vibing with waking up, cuddles with my daughter, lunches, dropping her to school, walking on the water side, dealing with beautiful clients of mine, Voxer chats and all. And I came back and I was just thinking, I made a post about how I'm listening to my quantum mind and making my next move. And I was like, well, come on live. And I want to talk to you guys about creating magic in your life. For those of you who are in the play of creating magic, who are in the play of creating an extraordinary life for yourself. So if this conversation is vibing with you, stay on. We're going to create some beautiful magic through our words. Hi, Radha. Hello, beautiful people. If you have been on the path or you are now creating an intention of being on the path of having an extraordinary life that is not tied to certain numbers and a form of success that can be measured, even though that can truly exist in your life, but your whole existence, your reality is completely based on, or that's your intention, based on inexplicable magic, breathtaking moments, unreal moments, where you're in awe of your being. Everything around you seems to be just mystical, magical, and really going on to the depth of your being in awe. This conversation is for you. I really truly hope that you can stay for this conversation completely feeling like this is speaking to me. This is exactly on the path that I'm on. And for those of you who are completely into logic, this frequency of magic may not serve you. So you're very welcome to use your discernment and leave this conversation. I want to see who all are here. Hey, hello, hello, hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from. So many love hearts, beautiful people here. And at some point, I hopefully can save this conversation. So the work that's happening, in this morning, what was happening is I still have this coffee with me. And I was having the coffee on the water side, taking a beautiful walk, around Williamstown, which is absolutely stunning. We have yachts, we have the seaside, we have the pier, it's just gorgeous. And I often go there, take my coffee, I'll walk, because that place truly changed so much for me. I used to go there when I was in lack, I was depressed, I was anxious, I had no money, I was going through such hard times in my life. At the same waterside, next to the sea, looking at the abundance and feeling the abundance. Every moment I observed my reality differently, whilst the evidence was of shitload of things that were going wrong in my life. But that place has incredible frequency, has incredible meaning for me. So I still do that, even though my reality shifted, transformed in ways beyond words can explain. I still go to the same place. I still get coffee. I still walk and, observe the next reality I'm calling in. So this is one of the things people love and learn in my world, that we never observe what's going on. We observe what we want. That's the first, deepest, truest work you'll ever do in my world, where you will stop conforming to the 3D evidence and reality of what you're receiving. And so many of us are actually receiving what we don't want, because that's a byproduct of what we've created so far based on our vibration, our consciousness, our state of being, our belief system, our past identities, name it, and all of those things, right? So thank you for love hearts. I will hopefully save this, live so you guys can keep watching it. The conversation today is about really creating magic in your life, and creating a magical light beyond words that is inexplicable, not only to the world, not only to the people around you, but to your own self. You'll be like, what's happening? What's happening? I can't explain this phenomena, but things are really unfolding in a beautiful way in my life. That's really my wish for you. That's the work we do inside my world. And I've seen my life change night and day, like night and day with this work. So if you get it, you get it. And if you're not getting it, use your discernment. Feel free to walk away. But if something inside of you is like, I want to listen to this, stay around and stick around. So whilst I was having, my coffee, sipping on my coffee and walking near the waterside, the very first few sips I had, and I was like, in those moments of when I had those not aha moments, but moments, there are so many of these in my day now. In that moment, I was thinking about nothing but the aha. It's like, the magic of this moment. The hot coffee, the warmth of that sip of coffee on a very cold, dewy morning of Melbourne while it's 6 degrees and you're like all rugged up, and you have that first sip, and there's this deep appreciation. I was really lost in the magic of the sip of my coffee. Nothing else existed for me. Nothing else. Nothing from the past, nothing from the future, nothing from even the parallel realities, but it was the breathtaking moment of when I had my coffee, and I could just feel the warmth. I was lost in the magic of this coffee. And those of you who get it. And I thought to myself, this mindful moment, like my whole entire reality, my work, my multi 6-figure business, my clients' lives, they're all based on the same concept. Magic. It's not outside of us. So when I had that, it brought me to the fact that, when we are in the act of how can we create more magic? Because the moment you start realizing, the more moments of moments you have in your life, you're actually in the very moment. And that's where true liberation happens, true freedom happens. And most of us want more money, we want wealth, we want freedom. What does that mean? What's the frequency of that money that you're calling in? It's freedom. You want to feel free in financially, emotionally, energetically. You're not slogging yourself. You can say yes to things you want to say yes to, for you, for your partner, for your loved ones, for your children. So when you truly understand that it's the frequency of freedom that you're after, you completely nail the situation by going, I'm going to actually have more moments of freedom in my day. Which meant that when I had this coffee and I was like, if I am in this moment, this heat, this magic, this moment which is capturing my whole soul, my being, I thought about, when we're in the act of making love, when you're in the act of making love, and if you're truly in the moment of making love, you completely do not think about the future or the past. If you're truly present with your partner, if you're truly present in the act of engaging, what are you doing? You're completely in the moment. There are many moments like that, but I bring that one out because that's what came in my head, and also most can associate for those of you who actually, when you are with your partner and when you're making out, where you're in the act of making love, you are completely in surrender of that moment. You're in that moment. You're completely experiencing that moment. That is the moment of liberation. That is the moment where you're not thinking about the past, you're not thinking about the future, but you're completely in the breathtaking moment and awe of your energy exchange. So if you completely get this, and if you get this, for me, the unraveling was that how many moments like this can I have where I'm just present with that thing? If making love in that moment is all about presence and mindfulness, where I'm actually free, what is freedom? I'm free of logic. I'm free of time. I'm free of constructs of limitations. I'm free in my thoughts. I'm free in my energy. I'm free in my body. And I'm in the frequency of freedom whilst I'm in the act of exchanging love with another being or whatever it is. How many moments of freedom, how many moments of frequency of freedom can I have in my life? Because the more I make it about the moments of freedom, the moments of magic, I free myself from the moments of success, the moments of trying to make money, the moments of trying to make the sales, the moments of trying to figure out something, the moments of trying to actually get the thing I'm after. Because when I go the long path, that's why the 3D paradigm of manifestation takes you so long. That is why when we understand, and the inexplicable things that have shifted in my life and the humans who've been in my world, you can read lots of stories in the links in my bio. We're not here to prove anything. We're here to share and expand and grow and really bring that sense of magic in your own evolution. That how many moments of mindfulness? That's mindfulness. Mindfulness is when you're free in your thinking, when you're free of the past, when you're free of the future, when you're completely taken by the moment. While I was completely taken by my coffee, I was lost in the sip. Now, most of you would be like, how do you actually create a wealthy, abundant life by just sipping on coffee? You get it. It's never been about the coffee. It's never been about the six figures or the multi six figures or the $2,000 sale or the $10,000 sale or the $20,000 client or the $7 product. It's never been about that. It's been about the fact that do you feel free in this moment? Because moment by moment by moment by moment, I create my freedom. Moment by moment, when I'm in the breathtaking moment of my coffee, nothing else exists for me. Nothing else. I am free of my past. I am free of my future. I'm free of any parallel realities. I am free of any limitations. I am free in my thinking. I'm free from time. I'm free from anything when I am completely in the act of being with this coffee. So when you're in the act of making love, you're completely in the awe of making love or being with another person. You're not thinking about anything. You're free in your thinking. You're free in your from the constructs and limitations. You're free from your programming. You're free from everything, you see. So how many moments of magic can you have in your day? Because when you realize your highest wealth timelines, you want to have a $20,000 month. What does that even mean? What is the consciousness of that reality? Because everything you're calling in is a reality, right? I am success. I love that. When we witness ourselves as the thing that we want, you want a $20,000 month. Most people will come to me and say, oh, I want to have a $20,000 month. I want to have a $50,000 month. I want to have this soulmate partner, this specific person. I want to grow my brand. All of the things, there may be multiple reasons why people step into my mentorship, my world. But then when they realize that we don't work on their success, they get to have all of that. But the way the people create things in my life is when they learn that they truly are creating magic moment by moment by moment. They start working on their consciousness. They stop chasing the success and they become the fulfillment in every moment of coffee, of a moment of when you're making love, when you're looking at yourself in the mirror, when you're looking at the sunset, and you're free of the past and your future. You're so in the moment. You're breathtaking. You're in awe of that experience that you're in. moment by moment by moment, you are completely becoming an energetic match to your highest 20K month. Because what's going to happen when you actually have the money and you don't have to worry about the bills? What's going to happen when you don't get stressed when the mailbox, you open the mailbox and you get so many bills where you're like, yeah, well, I had a 20K month, I can spend and spend and spend. You're actually in the frequency of freedom. And you're sitting down with your partner or by yourself and you're watching the sunset and you're feeling really good because now you're free of stress, you're free of frustrations, limitations, construct of any sort of reasoning. So if you truly understand that you want to bypass and you want to quantum shift, you want to quantum leap, and you want to literally have now a $20,000 month, what's going to happen? You're going to match the consciousness. You're going to match the vibrational state of that 20K month, right? Or it's 50K month, or it's the fact that you want to feel completely free. If you're anyone like me, I had a life filled with struggle, emotional struggle, not so much financial. And in the last few years, yes, it became financial till I completely understood this way of living. So where I'm going with this is that if you want to create, whether it's more wealth, whether it's more health, whether it's more success, whatever you're feeling in your life, my truest wish for you today is that you truly understand and you bring yourself to a place where you question yourself and you inquire within, am I living in moment to moment? Am I choosing the frequency of freedom, of magic, of awe, of breathtaking moments? Because your life is not going to change by the 12 hours of working. I can promise you that. It will, but it may be very slow. But if you want hyperspeed results, when you want a quantum leap, if you want to move from lack, where one moment you're in 100K debt and the other moment you're having $18,000 days, something that I experience, something that my clients experience, there is a truth to quantum shifting, which means it's not a jargon. It's really you completely becoming that consciousness. You completely embodying that vibration, that energetic frequency. So if every moment you were choosing, when you're having a coffee, you're just lost in the coffee, that is called living with intentionality. That is that when I'm having my coffee, I'm present with my coffee. When I'm on a date, I will be present with my date. When I'm texting someone, I am present with my text with that person. When I'm having a conversation, I am fully in the awe of that conversation. When I'm watching the sunset, I am completely smitten and smothered and dripping in the magic of that sunset, where I'm free of my past, of my bills, of my stress, of my future. You create a moment by moment by moment with intention. You are now a vibrational consciousness of freedom, of magic. So why most people will, thank you so much, love. You guys are amazing. I'm going to try and save this conversation. So when people come into my world and choose my mentorship or my teachings, they don't come to me for the knowledge, because that knowledge is all over Google and all over the internet. There is a certain way of teaching that the way I teach is to help you not chase success. Your success will be measurable, but we don't chase it. What did I miss? You never miss anything. You are it, Jenny. You're it. Never missing a moment. You are not missing anything. We're talking about creating a life where we are completely living magic moment by moment by moment, where $20,000 days or months just seem the reality, not because we're chasing success, not because we're chasing something that is definable, that is that I want this much money, I want this partner, I want this reality, I want this car, this home, I want a 6-figure business, I want a 7-figure business, I want this water-facing home. You get to have it, but you don't walk the path to chase that thing. What you truly become is an magical being, a limitless being who's vibrating in the consciousness moment by moment. When I'm having moment of coffee, I am in the awe of coffee. When I'm actually having a conversation, I'm in the awe of the conversation. When I am in watching the sunset, I'm in the awe of sunset. when in moment by moment, I'm creating the frequency of freedom, when I'm moment by moment living the magic of that moment by moment, I'm living with intentionality, and I'm not lost with the hustle of life because a lot of people come to me initially when I started this work, way before I had so much evidence and a community of people standing behind me saying this work is true. And they've changed their lives way before that. I had people say, I don't have time for this. I have 2 kids to feed. I don't have time for this. And I was once in that situation not long back ago. But I chose to create a life with magic. That is why I live a magical life. I knew there is something better for me. I knew that I will not hustle for all my life. So if in that moment I chose that I am going to create a life with intention and magic, and there has to be a way, I did not choose the convenience of hustling that moment and going like, no, 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 I don't have time for this. I completely became the version who was like, I have time to find out how I can actually have a life where I'm not hustling all my life. Do I have a guarantee this is going to work? No freaking way. Do you have a guarantee you're going to wake up tomorrow morning? No, none of us have that guarantee. That's right. We don't chase, we attract with our higher selves. What if I want to be an actor? Is it realistic enough? Well, it's anything that's coming through you as your desire, rather, is your parallel version living in. That is why you're not getting my desires. You're seeing what is coming through you, speaking through you, because there's a parallel version of you in the quantum field, in the infinite multiverse, where it's speaking through you because it's coming to you. And guess what? You are an energetic match, the highest consciousness right now. You're a match to it. That's why out of the 20 parallel realities that could exist, more than 20, they're infinite, that one is speaking through you again, over and over and over again. Every day, it can't shut up because it's like, let's figure out how it would be to be an actor. Because you are it. You are it. You've got to allow it. So the conversation today I really wanted to have with you, and really my wish for you is that you understand that everything that you want, whether it's more money, whether it's more health, whether it's love, whether it's a business where you have all the money. I've seen so many successful people come into my life. They have all the money, but they're hustling and hustling and hustling, and they can't slow down, and they hate the very thing. But they don't know another way. They're showing up every day. They're waking up 5 a.m. They're doing the things. They just don't have the time to be with their family, or they do, but it's so little that they feel unfulfilled. When we don't chase success, I heard my mentor share this, yesterday. I was like, when we don't share success or chase success, and we are every moment by moment, living fulfillment. See, these people that I talk about, and so many of the people in my world, they're very successful people, but most of them come to create magic in their lives where they don't want to no longer feel the success. You can be successful, yet feel unfulfilled. So when we drop the story of success and we become the story of magic, of fulfillment, of breathtaking moments, of in all our very existence, doesn't mean you will not have the money, doesn't mean you won't have that success, doesn't mean you won't have the 7-figure business, none of those. You get to have all of that because that is all extra. That is extra because the very thing that you're in awe and magic of your being is the very thing that you completely were after, and you've received it. Everything now is extra. What does extra mean? Extra means states of overflow. And now we're completely in states of overflow, right? So overflow for me means like when I am sitting in my living room and I'm just breaking open in tears, not because of any reason. It's not tied because of money that I made that month or XYZ success I had that month, which is definable. When I'm breaking open in tears because something inside of me is like, I just love who I've become. I love the fact that I feel so good in my body. I have no reason, and I can break open in tears. Now my very existence is the reason for me to be in awe. in magic, in fulfilled moments, in magical moments. My very existence is my reason to be celebrating. Now, whatever's going to come is extra. And then, of course, the success can come, or the $18,000 days can come, or waking up every morning to PayPal notifications can come. But I'm not chasing the success. What I am chasing is my intention. I'm not chasing it anymore, but at some point I was. What I'm really living is moment by moment. My coffee is my thing. When I am lost in the act of having the sip of coffee and feeling like, I am in the awe, making love with my loved one. I am making love with my coffee because I'm lost to it. I am making love with the universe. I am like in the act of surrender. I am not thinking about the past. I'm not thinking about the future. I'm not thinking about the limitations. I'm not thinking about the bills. I'm not thinking about my clients. I'm not thinking about my, the things I want in my life, or, the success I'm after, or whatever it is, or the 20 thoughts that can run through my head. But I am just with the act of making love with my coffee, being in it, experiencing it from all the depths of my being. Who will I be? Who have I become? What am I an energetic match to now? Because I am completely in the moment of awe with my magic, with my coffee. So if you get this, you get it. Now when I have the soulmate come, it's extra. Now when I had the clients who want to jump and learn this way of creating magical life, not because they're after some money, that's going to come anyways to you. I promise you that's going to come to you anyways. These are laws of the universe. And I have seen my life change. I've seen hundreds and hundreds of humans in my world who have experienced this magic. But right now, some of my clients are right now posting inside our mastermind chat. This morning, some of them, one of them is in NYC and she's sharing, the breathtaking moment she's having. And all of this is not because it's tied to some success. It's because she is completely dripping in the magic of her being. So many of them are sharing. They all have their own struggles. But when they have come to a point where it's like, oh my God, my very existence is breathtaking. How do you think the other parts of your reality are going to respond to you? Because your reality is you pushed out. Everything in the external screen of your life is what you are inside. Your money reality, your relationship reality, your business reality, your health reality, your everything. And when you inside are like, I am in awe of myself, like I am magic on legs. I'm just dripping in awe of who I am. How do you think those other parts of your life are going to respond to you? That's where magic happens. That's where liberation happens. That's where freedom happens, because now, out of nowhere, you get sales that you weren't expecting. You get money that you weren't expecting. You get the love of your life that you never dreamt of was going to be like this, mind-blowing. You get inexplicable experiences, which often people call serendipity, synchronicities, miracles, blessings. But what's really happened is you've changed the way you're living. Magic, yes, Jenny. Truly free in the moment. Absolutely, yes. Making love to my coffee, that's the whole point. So it's not coffee, it's anything, right? When you are moment to moment living with observation, with intentional focus. My whole life changed when I started living with intentionality, which meant that everything that I'm doing, I know, Jenny, I'm so excited. I cannot wait for identity switch. So there is something that I'm doing with some of my private clients and, people in my world. We're starting it on Monday, which is called Identity Shift. I'm super excited about it. We're like doing some shifting work. We're completely becoming new people. Our consciousness is shifting to a whole new identity. But here's the thing: when I am completely in the vibrational state, my life changed when the moment I realized that I'm just going to do everything with intention. Nothing big, nothing major. And I have seen people, I've been in the personal development space for the last 20 years, and I've been leading that space for a while now. And I have seen in my own journey, that instead of me going on the path of doing 20 things and fixing something, and today I'm going to set goals for water, for food, for mindset, do subconscious reprogramming, affirm all those things, when I didn't actually do that, but I said one simple thing that changed my life is that I'm going to live moment by moment with intention, moment by moment with intentionality. This life that I've created where my kids can look into my eyes and they know that the moment I break open in tears is not because I'm sad, it's because I'm experiencing this appreciation for life, for something that's running through my veins, is coursing through my body, and I can't put it in words because I know it's the energy, it's the vibration, it's consciousness, it's higher power, it's my quantum mind, which I say is always guiding me. That level of magic that I have, it was never tied to having a multi six-figure business or helping thousands and thousands of people. They are all something that is expressed through me. But when we realize, like for me, it was realizing that my level of freedom now, my liberation happened when I chose that moment to moment, I'm going to create this freedom. I was able to create this freedom when I had more bills than the money I had to pay those bills. Moment to moment, my intentionality happened when I did not have a great relationship with my ex-husband, but I had a desire, and now what we have is beyond words. People can't make out whether we're separated or not, because the level of love, unconditional support, respect, honor, unconditional love we have, the way we support each other, the way our family lives, I can't put it in words, but I can tell you that choosing moment to moment, living with intention. Jenny says, me either. Love that. Freedom. Who are you being this moment? Where is your consciousness? What are your thoughts? Are you completely worried about your future or your past with what's happened to you? In this moment right now, if you collapsed everything is just an energy, a consciousness. In this moment, if you witness the awe of your being, the very fact that you're alive, and that this magic 1 in 700 trillion chances that you could be a human being, scientifically, Google it. You're here. Yes, you may have 1,000 problems, which are your observation. The moment you change that observation, I can tell you 200 of those problems will vanish today in a heartbeat when you observe something else about yourself. That's the work we do inside my world. But my wish for you, my reminder to you today was the fact that can you live moment to moment with intention? Can you just do that and not chase the big numbers, the big success, the big goals, the big freedom, the big whatever that is now right now is put on a pedestal? Because the moment you go like, I'm not putting anything on a pedestal, my whole thing is that I am living moment to moment in the frequency of liberation, magic, and freedom. You do this for 7 days and see what happens. You do it for 24 hours. You can't do it for 7 days. Don't trust yourself enough. That's fine. Do it for 24 hours. Every moment you have watching this, be with this. You're having your food, be with your food. You're talking to your kids, just be with your kids. You're making love to your partner, be in the act of making love. You're watching the sunset, just be with the sunset. You're working, be with the work, not with the problems. And you do that for 7 days and see what happens. Your whole state of being, your vibrational state will shift. That's true living moment to moment helps declutter your mind from stress and invasive thoughts, and sending love to myself in every breath of air. And it's much deeper than that. And that is so right. That is so right. But when you truly understand what you are and who we are, and you really go on the path of, it's not spiritual, it's not like, you can call it whatever, metaphysical, you can call it whatever, like there is a whole science to it. And if you actually believed in science and you believe that you are actually, what keeps your heart alive is your brain is made of tissues made of cells, atoms, molecules. If you put yourself under a microscope, I often say this and I cannot shut up about it, you will see that your molecules are vibrating at certain frequency. You could be either vibrating in shame, guilt, resentment, anger, frustration, fear, and doubt, or you could be right now, by the moment, by the power of intention, vibrating in magic, love, awe. You could be breathtaking, which is in itself so powerful. And then what happens is your molecules are vibrating in that. What are you going to get back from the quantum field, the field of everything? The universe, the God, the source, whatever you want to call it, the cosmos is giving you something. What are you going to get back? Exactly what you are vibrating in. You manifest back the vibration as an expression, as a tangible expression, right? This is mind-blowing information. I love you guys. Thank you for being here. So my wish for you today is that you can make a conscious choice that everything is going to come to you. I can promise you that. Everything, whether it's a successful business. I didn't get here to have a multi-six-figure business, walking into seven-figure business with just strategy. I didn't change my life. I didn't heal my chronic depression and anxiety just with therapy. It didn't work for me. With strategy, with mindset, none of that. At some point, in the last 2.5 years, some magic happened. And that magic really is, excuse me, that magic really is to understand, like for me, it was really moment to moment to moment to moment to moment. When you come into the power of moment to moment, whether it's making love with your coffee, whether it is watching the sunset, whether it's talking to your kids, whether it's coming on live and being present right now, I am so smitten and consumed by engaging with you. I am not in any other moment right now. When I do that, what completely shifted for me was understanding that I have broken the shackles of past and future, of problems and limitations. Freedom happens when we are free from time, we're free from thinking, we are free from any sort of limitation. And how would your life shape up if you moment to moment to moment to moment to moment were living in the frequency of freedom? And that's not going to happen outside of you. You choose that intentionally. You're such an inspiration. Thank you. I love you. So I'm going to leave you with this. And I really, truly hope that if the message landed for you today in the most powerful way, for me, as I said, what broke through in terms financially, energetically, spiritually, mentally, on a cellular level, was the fact that at some point my decision to moment to get this, to become this reality, or to tap into my next parallel reality. Everything I teach, the people don't choose me for mindset, personal development. There are millions of coaches teaching you that. And I truly hope you find the one that speaks to you and you hold their hand and you jump with them. Because there is no greater joy in holding hands with human beings. We were never meant to do this alone. We're vibrational beings where everything is connected. But if you want to not chase the success, that is going to happen for you anyways. That's a byproduct. But you want to create a life that is beyond words, that is inexplicable magic that is happening for you moment to moment to moment. You're invited in my world. The reason people come into my teachings and my mentorships is because they learn something that they haven't learned perhaps anywhere so far. About the unique teachings that I have are not just quantum principles, not just wealth energetics, not just quantum healing, but it's really got to do with the fact that the way I deliver this is going to bring you into a place where you don't chase the success anymore. You become it. You do not chase the magic anymore. You become it. And from that place, the whole cosmos is bowing down to you. It's becoming you. It's like, I am delivering you what you are. That's law of attraction. You can spend next 20 years being in personal development and chase and understand law of attraction, but that primarily is you get who you are. And if you become magic, you will never be short of having mystical experiences in your life, right? Nothing upsets me anymore. Everything is awareness and observation, the observer effect. Yes, absolutely. I love that. Jenny's been in my world for a while, and I love having all of you gorgeous people. And this is just one example. So that observer effect that Jenny's talking about, the observation effect. I have a masterclass where I've taught to you the observer effect blew my business in ways I can't explain, sorry. And, healing me and making me this version of the woman I am today. I didn't have this level of personal power, this magic. Some people say I exude magic, and I can never put my finger on it. What is it? Or they can't put it. But this is all because moment to moment to moment to moment. So that observer effect masterclass, I decided to put it on sale. It's only $22. It's the links in the bio. Your delivery is in the heat, mama. Resonates so deeply with me. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to leave you guys. I'm so excited for you. My wish is that you truly come into into this play of who you are, and understand that life is not meant to be hard. If you've had it hard, just like me, that I had a while back, and if you've had it hard, today is your reminder that you can completely turn it around by the mere act of observation, by the mere act of I am becoming unavailable for it, by the mere act of I don't really have to do anything but moment to moment to moment. Because in the moment, your eternal now is everything. Right now, there are waves of parallel realities, right? And if you want to watch something for free, there is a masterclass on my YouTube. So if you click the link in my bio, I've explained the whole concept of collapsing time and space so that you can understand what waves are, what parallel realities are, how suddenly from a broken version of you, you can become a healed version of you, how from a person of major debt version of you can have, abundant version of you. So that masterclass is actually for free on my YouTube. You can watch it and really understand that you are magic. It's not outside of you. I love you guys. I'll see you around.